not interrupting everybody else. If you're not, please come closer. I will be throwing things.
Woo!
There will be pandas and penguins flying everywhere. So the closer you are, the less likely I'm gonna hit you and hurt you. So, and nobody's moving. No, really, get closer.
Lots of room right here.
There's lots of room.
I ended up in a tail myself. Really nice table. Thank you.
Okay, maybe if I just start talking, people will start coming closer.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the most interesting thing in the entire world, SEO. That's right. I may be the only person in the world that thinks this is the most fascinating thing ever, and you will see it in my face as we go along. How many of you have taken my roundtables throughout the years? Anybody? Wow, okay. I've been doing this with ConnectHer for 4 years now, 5 years now, and I've had a round table each time, and it's been packed. I do discuss SEO for entrepreneurs, small business owners, people who have never touched a title tag in their life, don't know what a keyword is, barely understand how to get on the internet. Those are my clients. I love them, but I do have to basically teach them what SEO is, what their website is, and what it is I do every day. So, does anybody know what SEO is? Yeah.
Oh, search engine optimization.
Search engine optimization, exactly. Does anybody really have an idea what that is?
I have an idea, but you can share. Don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Good ideas.
Well, you said search engine optimization, so you get a peanut.
Whoa!
All right, so what exactly is search engine optimization, Lady in Red?
It lets you get found by Google.
You're mostly right.
Or any
You get a penguin. It is the way for you to get found on Google, but SEO is helping you get found on Google for your terms, for your people. I work for an SEO company. I don't want to be showing up for hamburgers. So that's kind of the idea. Yes, SEO is for you to get found on Google, but the second part of it is I want to get found on Google for me and my people. Okay. So, if you all want to get to the handout that I have, you can go to tinyurl.com/don'tfearseo. It's really easy. I've got little bullet points and little things in the back. If after this quick talk, you still want to look at it, that's what it is. It's tinyurl.com/don'tfearseo. I try to make things as easy as possible. It's also on the SEO Inc. Facebook page. If you want to go ahead and, follow us and see how amazing my CEO is, who's sitting right here in front of everybody. So, so if I get a little nervous, he's the whole reason. He knows that I've been doing this for 4 years, but this is the first time he's ever attended, and he's videotaping me right now. So things are a little awkward. This is the first time I've actually used notes for anything, so just kind of give me a mulligan here. So people are really freaked out when I tell them that we need to do SEO for their websites. Does anybody quote do SEO for their site right now? What's this? Is that yeah? No? Kinda?
Yes.
Do you put content on your site? Great. You need to come closer. This penguin is not going to fly that far. Woo! Oh, sorry!
Oh my God!
That's why I need you guys to come a little bit closer. These animals don't fly. So, if you have content on your website right now, words, text, you are doing SEO. Okay? That doesn't mean you're doing the SEO you want to be doing, or the words that you want to be found under, but you are doing SEO. SEO is just a way of getting found online for what you want to be found for. If you're putting content on your site, you're doing SEO. Now, there's a difference between doing SEO like I do it for my own website. I do have a website. My website is just a bunch of fluff. That's all it is. I don't do it for SEO. I write because I want to write. I'm not really concerned about being found because I have a day job. Before I had my day job though, I did use my website as a way to make money. But ever since then, 10 hours a day, spent on my clients. So my website now is just kind of a, this is fun, this is interesting, I liked this TV show, here's a cocktail recipe, this doesn't make any sense, there are no themes anymore, it used to be celebrity gossip, and now it's just whatever I want to put up there. That is not good SEO. So, okay, and there are a lot of things that are discussed with SEO that people find really confusing. Like, why is Google so big? What is a panda? What are these penguins and why do they hate me? So, any of you heard of pandas and penguins other than right now flying across the room? Yes. Would you like a panda or a penguin to take home with you? A panda.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm not throwing it that far, you gotta come right up here and get it. Okay, so there are some, you're welcome, I love these things. So basically, a panda was actually named after a guy whose last name was Panda. I'm not joking, I want his name. So panda has to do with content. It means good content, not just a bunch of content on your website. You can't have a keyword of, what's your website?
MichelleMoreno.co.
And what do you talk about?
I talk about going on camera with confidence.
Okay, so you don't talk about filming, camera, 90% of your keywords are not that, correct? There are other words in between there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's Panda. Panda looks at the amount of content and whether it's good content or not. Now it's time for my favorite part. Pandas. How do you understand them? Pandas are hungry. They're little fat bears sitting in bamboo going, oh, I want a website. That website about cameras and being on camera. Ooh, check that out. Oh, look what I found. I found content. I found content and it is delicious. I'm gonna sit here all day and I'm gonna tell all my friends about this yummy, 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 yummy content. That's a panda. I love my pandas. I love the fact that they eat everything. But if they get to your site, doesn't make sense, there's no content, or it's bad, you know, where you read something and you go, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't fit the topic of the website. There's no content whatsoever, or they just copied and pasted 20 times. Yes, there are websites like that, and it's very annoying. Panda shows up and goes, oh, this content sucks, I'm going over here. I'm not telling anybody about that place. It makes my tummy hurt. So that's a panda. They look for content. They want yummy, delicious, nutritious, interesting content. And they want to eat it all day long. Pandas. Okay? Now, penguins, let's see, best way to describe a penguin. You know, penguins, you know, they're like kind of cool, walking around and then they slide. They slide into the water to get to place. They slide on the rocks. Oh, look up here. Oh, slide. Penguins are links to and from your website and within your website. So penguins are judging your backlinks and your internal linking and links that you are sending elsewhere. Penguins. Sliding on links. I like this. Huh. More links. The only thing is, you have a bad link, like it's broken, you typed in the URL wrong on your linking, Penguins don't like that. It's like hitting a rock at the bottom of a water slide. They don't dig that at all. And they go and they tell Google, that main website hurt me. I got a big black eye and my little flipper's not working anymore and I can't slide like I wanna. So, and when you have a bunch of penguins sliding to your website from other healthy websites, that's a really good thing. You got a whole party going on. So, the penguins sliding to your website is called good backlinks. It'd be like if I was another big company that does videography or like the Today Show. Let's say I'm the Today Show or the Wall Street Journal and I'm talking about being confident on film, right? In front of the camera. And I link to your website to say, she's amazing. What she talks about, everybody should go to her because she's an expert. So I send a link your way. And because I'm the big Wall Street Journal, Google already trusts me, okay? So when I vote for her, my penguin is a big deal, okay? But if this site over here that talks about, I don't know, cupcakes, although they're awesome, if I send the link her way, it doesn't make any sense. So she's gonna wanna tell the search engines, I like cupcakes, but we're not affiliated with them in any way. So that's what's called cleaning up your backlinks or backlink detox. We'll get into that at some point, but that's what that is, okay? It's very important that when you have links coming to your site and away from your site, that they relate to what you're talking about, okay? Do I have to bring up the penguin again? Okay. So that's basically what it is. A lot of times in this industry, you'll hear people say panda, penguin, hummingbird. There was Fred last year. Fred was just because they ran out of everything else. There were no more black and white animals. So we were waiting for orca. Because a lot of times when these algorithms come along, they just come up and they just eat the crap out of your site. So we were waiting for that black and white animal, but we didn't get it. So we got penguins and pandas. So it's content and linking. So people liking your website, linking back to your content, and your fabulous content. Because the basics of SEO are these three things. Three things. You're actually going to want to write this down. Great content. That doesn't mean it has to be like 5,000 words. It doesn't have to be long. It has to be informative. And it has to be in your voice and the voice of your people. So if you only have about 500 words to say something, don't worry. Just because you put more content on the page doesn't make it any better. Okay? No, those essays you used to type up in high school, when you had 1,000 words due and you only had 500 words written, and you're like, how can I fill this up with fluff for the next 500 words? Don't do that. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make you any more authoritative, doesn't make you any more interesting. Stay with the 500 if that's all you have to say, okay? My second point is written for your audience. These are your people in your voice. I cannot write about fidget spinners. I have no idea what those things are, other than shiny, okay? So I have no idea what to speak about fidget spinners, about, I don't even know Snapchat half the time. But the other girls that work in my office can write a whole thesis on these two things. So it wouldn't make sense for me to write about it, and it wouldn't make sense for me to write about it to their group, because my language that I'm gonna use is completely different than their little tribe, right? Great. So, and then the last piece for SEO, you have great content written for your audience on a healthy site. Has anybody checked their health site lately? Gone to the doctor? Checked out Google Search Console? have Google Analytics? Yes. Over half of you. That makes me very happy. How many of you have Google Search Console? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bless you. It's free. That's the best thing about it. Google Search Console is free. You put a little bit of code in your header. You unlock a bunch of secrets from Google. It'll tell you if you have broken URLs on your website, whether your own URLs or ones that are leaving. And it'll also tell you what keywords you're ranking for and how people are finding your website. And it's free. Did I mention it's free? There are a lot of tools that I use every day that are a lot of money, but this is free. And it's from Google, the queen bee of search. So, if you have Google Analytics, you should definitely have Google Search Console. It's really easy to do, especially if you have Google Analytics. You can verify it with a button click. You go in, tell them what website you want to verify, click the button that says I have Google Analytics, bam. It's free. And lots of information on there. It'll tell you if your site is healthy for the most part, or if you have a penalty, if Google just hates you. And it will. I've had a lot of websites with Google penalties, especially backlink penalties. Very unhappy penguins. They got hit, they came from the wrong places, lots of porn. I hate that. I hate doing backlink research and there's just porn. And it's not even good porn. I know. I'm not saying it's not art. Trust me. Some of it I'm like, I gotta write this one down. I'll look at that one later by myself. But if I'm talking about videography, some of that doesn't quite fit. Although it is being comfortable in front of the camera. So, you want to make sure that everything's healthy on your site. You want to make sure your links are healthy. You want to make sure your URLs are correct. You want to make sure that for some reason, you haven't been hacked. So those are the 3 pillars of SEO. Great content written for your people on a healthy website. Got it?
Got it.
If you learn nothing else, I know the pandas and the penguins are fun and they're cute and they're fuzzy, but those are the 3 things. Good content, your people, healthy website. And now you can go charge people $5,000 a month to work on their website. Become a millionaire. That's not how it worked for me. But basics. It's the basics of SEO. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see. I told you this is the first time I've actually used notes when I do this. I got so nervous, my CEO is still filming me. I can't handle it. I did my panda and everything. I'm not gonna hear the end of that. Okay, so now that you have a website, does everybody have a website to go along with Google Analytics? Does anybody here not have a website? You do not have a website? Are you gonna have one?
I don't know.
Maybe, what do you do? I need to come talk to you. What do you do?
Boutique accounting service.
Do you want clients?
I do, but I'm very selective, so that's why I'm having an issue with having a page or not.
You are perfect. I love you. You're starting from scratch. I don't have to fix anything on your website. I don't have to do a backlink detox. I don't have to deal with broken penguins or big fat pandas. This is awesome. You are a perfect example of what we should be doing. So, you're a boutique financial? Accounting, sorry. Money, and I just stopped listening after a while. So basically, your theme is boutique accounting. Accounting?
Yeah.
Okay. So boutique accounting is your overall theme. What exactly, who are your clients?
Small business, women, small business.
Small business women-owned companies.
Yes.
Give take. You are so perfect for this. So, your core is boutique accounting for women.
Right.
You don't bake cupcakes. You don't, I don't know, tame lions. Okay. Although it may seem that way working with clients every once in a while. So, your core theme, this is what everybody needs to do, is figure out what your core theme is. Who are you? Who are you? I'm an SEO company. I offer SEO to big and small companies. Some very, very, very big companies I'm not allowed to talk about, but they give power to all of California. And some very, very tiny companies that do plastic surgery in one tiny little town. I do both. But what I do is SEO for companies. I don't do personal sites. You offer boutique accounting for women-owned small businesses. That's your theme. Your theme is being able to be comfortable in front of the camera. What do you do?
Smartphone videography.
Nice. And you two are sitting together.
Yeah.
We've been bonding.
It's
We'll be
kismet.
like this now.
It's meant to be. But it's not. You're not using the same type of stuff that she's using.
No,
You're two
different
totally
audience.
different websites, and that's why you have a theme. You have a theme. You have a theme. I have a theme. What do you do?
I have a custom apparel business.
Nice. Like t-shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Embroidery, silkscreen,
Okay.
rhinestone embellishment.
I wasn't sure if it was like couture
Oh.
or, but I know where you're going with that. So that's a whole different company. She knows what she does. She does custom clothing. You do videos on smartphones. You do how to look good in front of the camera. You do accounting for small women-owned businesses. They're all completely different. I am not going to be writing about any of their things. It wouldn't make sense. I may talk about a case study that involves a business like one of theirs, therefore using some of the terms of their company, but my terms are gonna be like SEO, digital marketing, outreach, links, that sort of thing. Yours will be screen printing, embroidery, t-shirts, custom-made clothing, okay? This is who you are. Then you figure out who your people are. Yours are women-owned businesses. So women who own their own businesses. That's who you're aiming for. And if you are in an area like one town, it's going to be women-owned businesses in San Diego. I'm in Carlsbad. We're just gonna go have coffee someday. So it's women-owned, small women-owned businesses in San Diego. You can't get much more specific about who you are and who your people are. You need to know these things before you even start writing. My site, like I said, is just awful, and I know it. And I talk about everything that comes into my mind in the middle of the night. But I have terrible SEO. So what we want to do is have you show up for your people. What do you do? Yeah.
I'm an artist and an author and life coach. I talk about mindfulness, and it's a mess.
Okay, no, that's a great thing too. I love messes.
And I started out as a blogger, so I really have a lot on my website.
Okay, so if you were to come to me, I told my CEO that the way I was going to do this, I was basically going to talk about if when a client comes to me and what I do. So I'll take a client who already has a website, and we go, who are you? What is the point of your website? Are you promoting your book? Are you promoting your art? Are you trying to get more clients? And you can add, well, no, this is a conversation I have with clients all the time. I'm like, why do you have a website? I don't know. I was told I needed one. Huh?
It's my real estate. Do you hear that?
No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, but I understand it's you're planting a flag and saying this is me. But you want to be able to have people find you, the people you want to find you, your clients, people that will pay you money. It's pretty nice. I like money. Even though I forget about it as soon as I ask you what it is that you do, because talking about money isn't anything I understand. But yeah, What do you do? Why do you have a website? Is your website here to sell something other than yourself, like actual products? Are you selling your book online? You are? Yes. Nice. So it may be a side piece of the website, and then like your life coaching may be front and center, but you do have a page that talks about your book, and you can buy it, right? Okay. But the main focus is life coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can involve your art within it. You can use it as the background pictures, that sort of thing. Great. So that's what you kind of do. You have to find out who you are, who are you selling to, why do you have a website? These are the things you're looking for. If you can't answer these questions, stop writing. Don't write content. Don't have a Facebook page, because it just wouldn't make sense for you. If you don't know where you're going, stop. Otherwise, you'll end up in the middle of the desert doing nothing. Going, how did I get here? Looks like Carrie's website. This sucks. So basically what I do when I have a client comes to me and says, I want you to help me. We do keyword research on it first. We find out what it's ranking for. What is your website ranking for? Who has Google Search Console in here? Who has it on? I see someone back there on their computer. I see you. Can you pull up Google Search Console for me? I have a penguin with your name on it. I may have a panda too. So you know how I said I like things that are free? Google Search Console will let you know what keywords your website is ranking for right now for free. For free! For free! I love free. I hate spending money. What's your name?
Gina.
What do you do? I love you. And your hair. Little penguin, a little panda for you. Okay, so if anybody wants to go over this with their own website, meet me afterwards. I can't take everybody. I'm sorry. But I can help some of you figure out what it is you're looking at. This is a little more technical, but trust me, this is something that you want to do because it's free. Okay.
Worthwhile.
It's worthwhile, and it's something, it is. That was fantastic. So it is free, but it's also something you need to know. So I want you to go to search traffic. Search analysis. Have you ever done this before?
That's a hot spot.
Do you know what you're looking at? Okay, so she came up with queries and clicks. So a query is a keyword. It's what people type into Google and go, I want to know more about boutique accounting in San Diego. And I'm a women-owned business. So I'm going to type in accounting companies that work with women in San Diego. And that could show up on Google Analytics. What's the first one up there for your query? If you can share it.
It's topic rosé review.
Rosé review? Rosé as in wine? Nice. So her top query is Apothic Rosé Review. Query is a keyword again. It's what people type into Google to get and see your website or your listing on Google. But she got 64 clicks. What is this? Is this on weeks or? Okay, it's in the past 28 days. In the past 28 days, she got 64 clicks on the phrase Apothic Rosé Review, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could also look at, okay, that's actually really good and I'm pretty impressed. We can also see how many times that search came up and what her position is. So there are these little squares, and one of them says impressions in, and the other one says click-through rate. And there's another one that says, yeah, that's it. So, for that term, Apothic, Rosé, Review, she got 64 people to come to her website from Google from that phrase. But it showed up 316 times. You see that? Does that make you happy? Her position is 3.1. That means on average, she is the third result on Google
Wow.
nationwide for that keyword phrase. I like that. Let's give her a little round of applause.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So that's how you can use Google Search Console. But we also know that it showed up 316 times in search. So that means, 250 times someone didn't click on it. That's fine, you're still number 3, you're still awesome. So, but you can look at the way that you show up in Google to kind of figure out, well, why didn't they click on me? The best way to do that is to do an incognito search. It's the 3 little buttons on the side of your search engine, and it's like a blind search or incognito, or it's a way to do it without like your past search history influencing your current search history, okay? Type in the phrase, Apothic Rosé Review, and then you can see all the other websites that come up when you type in that phrase. You can compare my title and my meta description and the use of those keywords compared to everybody else's that shows up on page 1. She may have the most bitchin' title and meta description, completely different from everybody else's, but it fits her crowd. And she's actually getting the people that she wants. So we do only want those 64 people. But if she sees her title and meta description compared to everybody else's and goes, I don't know why he keeps pulling this stuff, it doesn't make any sense. The title is just title and the name of my website. I've seen that, where it just said title and then the website. You don't want that. That doesn't make any sense. So these are things that we look at when I get a client. I see what they're ranking for, especially through Google Search Console. I also use a program called SEMrush. These are all on that printout, by the way. I do this because I've been in your shoes and I always forget to write everything down. SEMrush will tell you every keyword that you bring for on Google. Thousands. Some of them don't really make sense, but for some reason your website ranks for it, okay? You get like the first 100 or 120 for free. So if you want to go to semrush.com, type in the name of your website, see what you come up with. In addition to Google Search Console, use it. It gives you an idea of how you're being found already. What does Google think that your website's about? Like I said, sometimes you look at it and you go, I have no idea why this is on here. I really don't. Why are cupcakes on an auto mechanic's website? I don't know, but it is. Could be penguins telling Google this site's about cupcakes. It's not. Penguins are liars. So now that we've looked at all the keywords, like I said, go to SEMrush, get everything. Go to Google Search Console for free! Get most of it, because Google doesn't want to tell you everything, because they're brats, and they hate you. So, between SEMrush and Google Search Console, you can get a really good idea of everything you're ranking for right now, and especially Google Search Console will tell you not only what you're ranking for, where you're ranking, what was the other thing? Oh, and how many times you show up in search. Okay? It's one of the best and it's free. So, we'll go ahead and look at the keywords that we're ranking for. Do they fit your theme? If they do fit your theme, does it fit your language? Remember, you're writing for your people. So we're gonna take these keywords and we're gonna put them into Google AdWords. I guess it's not called Google AdWords anymore, is it? It's called Google Ads. Thank you. I've been calling it Google Ads for about a decade. And then I learned it was Google AdWords. And then they changed it on me last month. Back to Google Ads. Google hates me. But that's okay. Google Ads, go to Keyword Planner. It will tell you the search volume of your keyword. Do not be fooled by giant search volume. Just because it's a big amount of search doesn't mean it's the word you want to go for. Basically what I mean by that is if you put a keyword into Google Ads keyword planner, or even Moz, MOZ.com, they also have a keyword planner. And it comes up with, let's see, I want to talk about videography. I want to talk about being on camera. So I type in videography, because that's what I do. Oh my God. There's 500,000 searches every month for that term. I'm guessing. You are not gonna rank for that today. So sorry. But it'll give you an idea of what phrases and other key words to be working for that are within reach. I call these the low-hanging fruit. My big example that I like to use is like makeup reviews. I have a lot of friends that are in the blogging business, and they do makeup. I'm like, do you rank for the word lipstick? No. Why? Because there's 5 million other websites talking about lipstick. But they do rank for new MAC lipstick reviews because it's more specific and it's a low-hanging fruit, and they get a lot of traffic for it. These are the things that you want to be looking for, especially if you're a brand new company, brand new website. Yours would be videography with your smartphones? That's a lot better than videography all by itself. You are getting more and more specific with your topic, and then from that, the categories that you write under of the services that you offer will be even more specific. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah? Okay. Who else has a website that wants to talk to me? You do. I love your dress.
We're still starting. We're working on our website.
Okay, so what do you do?
We build a community for kids through STEM
Oh, awesome. Where?
in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles. So it's STEM for kids in LA.
Generation Z.
Oh, I know you guys. But that would be something that you would be focusing on. You would do a lot of research on STEM, although I'm sure that's blowing up right now, right? Yeah. Community building.
Correct.
But you already have, what, 5 topics to talk about right there? Because it's science, technology, engineering, math, and
Media.
Okay, but you already have some topics to talk about that way. So you can divide your topics into that. So it's not just STEM anymore. And it's not just kids. Oh my God, could you imagine how big of a topic that is? You will never, ever, ever rank for it. Ever. Which is fine. You probably won't rank for the word kids. Fine.
Kids can.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But it's kids in LA, STEM.
Yes.
Awesome. So you have a niche. So you know your core, you know your basic categories. You're going to be doing keyword research based on those. Nicely done. I love it. So that's kind of what you do. You take your overall core theme, your big umbrella, you divide it up into categories that you use for either what you sell, what your services, what you talk about. You like t-shirts, jackets, I don't know, keychains. Okay, I have a client that does that too, so I'm trying to remember everything this is, because my boss is sitting right there.
Video.
And he's videoing me. So it's kind of like that. You have your overarching theme, you find your categories, you do your keyword research that way. Like I said, don't be fooled by the giant search volume that comes up. Those aren't the ones that you want to be like, yes, that's what I'm gonna rank for. Every other word's gonna be kids. That would be creepy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go for the lower hanging fruit. There's a lot of suggestions that come up in Keyword Planner, and there's sometimes some long questions that come up too. Kind of look at those, see if those fit you and your people. If they do, see how you do. Write a page about it, write a blog about it, do some interlinking. Penguins. So what you do now that you have your keywords. Does everybody kind of understand researching keywords?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Another good way to research keywords is to look at your competition because you hate them. No, you don't. We all work together. So there's a program called ahrefs.com. You have to pay for it, but I love this program. It does everything I want it to, except wash my dishes. It'll tell you your competition. So will Moz. Moz.com will do competition as well. You type in the name of your competition with your URL, it'll tell you what they rank for that you don't. Go after those keywords, as long as they fit your theme. Right? Okay? Okay, everybody's totally bored now. So, it does get a little boring. So now that you've done your keyword research, you see what your competition is also ranking for, you're going after their keywords, what do you write about? I've got this keyword, it's about STEM and kids in LA. But what do I write about? You write about STEM for kids in LA. But one of the best ways to figure out, especially blogs to write for keywords, go to something called, there's something called Answer the Public. It's a great little website. It pulls up all sorts of questions that people type into Google and Yahoo and Bing and not DuckDuckGo because they supposedly don't share your information with anybody. But you type in the phrase that you want. Carports, metal carports. Those are awesome, and so are my clients. And it gives you this whole list of questions that people are putting in. Questions that have actually been asked on these search engines. That means people are looking for these questions. They're looking for these answers. Write something about that. Someone somewhere is looking for it. Might be your people. Okay? Another one is Quora, Quora. I love this site. Just not on the phone, because they make you sign up. Don't do that. Quora. Type in a topic, a keyword, a bunch of questions come up. They've been answered by some people. Information may be very, very wrong. But these are questions that people are looking for answers. Okay? You can either put them on your FAQ page, you can put it on your services page, you can put it on a blog, you can do a whole blog about it if you want. And then link back to the service that you offer that also answers this question. That's called interlinking. Those are happy penguins, okay? Because they slide. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Are you all bored? Okay. I'm gonna start throwing penguins at people's heads here. So, a lot of people wonder, well, how do I set up a page? Like, technically, how do I set up a page? What's an H1? Why does it scare me? Well, for every page, whether it's a blog or just a plain URL, your home page, a services page, FAQ, about me, contact us. They all have the same things. You want to have a nice title. This is what I was talking about before about why did those other people get clicks and I didn't. These are the things that show up on Google searches. Your title, and usually your meta description. The one that you write. Google likes to make their own content on your site, but we like to give him little suggestions about, no, this is what my site's about. So if you want to look at it this way, it's a book. Your URL is a book in a library. So the book title is the title of the page. Yeah? Does that make sense? Okay. The back of it, where it's like the story of John and his dog. They go on a mystic, journey over the mountains and find themselves in the process. That would be your meta description. It describes the book, right? You want to be able to describe your page. My page is about SEO. So my title would probably be Search Engine Optimization, how to. Okay? And then my meta description would explain SEO. Search engine optimization is harder than you think, but also easier. Because SEO is magic. That's not what I would write, but it kind of gives you the idea, okay? You want something that's kind of compelling, written in your language for your people. It's your elevator pitch. It's your 2 seconds to go, you want to open this book, right? All right. So after that, you have to wonder, you've already written your content. It's amazing content. We're just doing the technical parts now. The H1 is the title of the chapter. John finds a dog. So that whole chapter is about John finding a dog. We're not going to talk about him making cupcakes, okay? He may make cupcakes, but the whole chapter, John finds a dog, your H1, is going to be talking about John finding a dog, okay? Does that make sense? And then there are subheadings underneath that, H2s. I love H2s because those allow me to put in long tail keywords. Those are the nice, really long ones. The MAC Makeup Lipstick Review for their 2017 line. That's a nice, long keyword. I could put that in the meta description, I probably will. But the longer it is, the more likely I'm gonna be able to put it in the content and or in the headings, okay? Does that make sense? This is your ability to get those longer tails in there. I could go into schema and all the back end stuff, but you think this is boring. Trust me. I get really excited about it because I'm a great big nerd. But for you guys, just remember, yes.
If I have videos, but I just put them like on Facebook and YouTube right now, they're not sitting on my site, it's a thing I need to do.
Uh-huh.
Am I better off sending links? It sounds like these penguins, instead of just uploading these videos directly natively uploading them onto my website, I'm better off linking?
Penguin. So, I love your question because I actually work with a plastic surgeon who has the same question. He has a bunch of videos on YouTube.
And yeah, and I'm on Facebook too.
Yeah, and he has them on Facebook too, but he doesn't have them on his website.
Correct.
Which is fine. You don't need to have those videos on your website. My favorite places to get links and to get indexed, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. I have a whole story about being indexed on Twitter. It's about popcorn. I love it. It's so boring for everybody else that hears it. I will tell it to you later.
Okay.
So what you do on YouTube, Facebook, Google+, wherever this is that you have your video and or images, whatever, Pinterest.
Video?
You can link a video on Pinterest. Yes, you can.
You mean you put a link on the Pinterest post with it?
You pin your video.
You can pin a video,
Okay.
or you can take an image, do the link.
Right.
It takes longer. I don't have time for that. I have a lot of clients and very little time. So, but you can put a link on Pinterest. Pinterest is like the #2 search engine right now.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
After you.
after Google. Well, YouTube is owned by Google.
YouTube.
Oh, okay, so you're looping.
They're all incestuous. So they're all like just one big blob taking over the world. So Google and YouTube are the same company,
Number 1.
which is why you want to do this.
Okay.
Put a link in your description. Goes back to your website.
Okay.
Okay?
Always put my website in the description of every YouTube.
On
Yes.
YouTube.
On YouTube, in the description, you will be able to say, this is a lovely video about how to get better in front of the camera, and you're beautiful and you're amazing, you have everything you want to do, and you're just so pretty. I know, right? We don't need to hear that all the time. And then she puts a link back to her services page saying if you want help, you know, from not exploding the camera with your infinite beauty and wisdom, come see me. This shows the search engines that her website, especially that one services page, is related to these keywords, this content, and it's a good vote from YouTube back to her website. It's a happy penguin. Yeah? Okay. And if other people, yeah,
I'm sorry. You mentioned Google Plus.
yes.
Do you feel that it's actually driving search? I have to ask.
I was very surprised. I used to do social media for all of our clients. They got a lot of search at Google Plus.
It's still,
Huh?
is it still around?
Yeah, basically the only person in the world that uses it is me. But if you have a Google Plus page and you're not using Google Search Console and you want a page to be indexed on Google, post it on Google Plus. They love their own children, YouTube, Google Plus, Google My Business. They will index those before they will go to your website and index it. Yeah? So if you have a new blog, post it on Google Plus, Google My Business, and it will be indexed usually before them crawling your website and indexing new pages. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's a desert wasteland, nobody goes on there except for me.
I have over 600,000 followers on Google Plus, and it's something that I've always wished would actually deliver traffic. So that's why I'm asking. I'm sorry.
Do you look on Google Analytics? Do you get anything from Google Plus? Now, are you on Google Plus or Google My Business?
Google Plus.
Google Plus, still use it. I still use it. Some of my clients do get some good traffic from there. I'm stunned, but they do get some good traffic from there. And like people buying stuff. I was like, I know, use it anyways. Haters are gonna hate. I love Google Plus. I don't care if you don't.
This is a SEO linking
Penguins.
penguin question. Yeah, so I used to have a blog on my website, but I took it off the main nav, so there's really no way to get there, but the
Why?
pages are still
Why
there.
did you do that?
Because
Do you
I don't
hate your
really,
blog?
no, I just don't maintain it because all my videos are in YouTube.
Okay, that makes
So-
sense then, okay?
Yeah, but the content is, the pages are all still there, but there's nothing from the, is
They're
that,
orphaned.
yeah, so does that affect
Yes.
SEO? Oh,
I'm a spider. I know so many weird animals. Spiders, penguins, pandas, Fred. So when Google crawls your website, it'll come to your homepage, or it'll go to your robot's text file. Technical? Don't care about it. So I'll come to your homepage. Then I'll start going down all the links that are on your homepage. Okay? If there's no blog, if I can't get to your blog,
from the homepage you mean?
from the homepage, or if I have to go through like 5 other pages and then I finally find a link that leads me to the homepage, which then leads me to your blog, like the entire blog, I'm never gonna find it. Spiders are lazy,
Okay.
okay? Spider is crawling. It's like how they come in and they go, ooh, I'm gonna follow this, I'm gonna follow that, I'm gonna follow this, and go throughout your whole website, figure out what everything is. It's how the search engines figure out what's on your website.
Okay.
They'll go through like the whole site, but then they'll also go through your sitemap.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have one of those?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank goodness. Do you have Yoast? No, what kind of site are you on?
Squarespace.
Squarespace, okay, I work on Squarespace, but do you have a sitemap?
Should I just put it back up?
I would, or you can put it in the footer.
Oh, hey.
You can put a link to it in the footer, and it'll still be on the homepage, and it'll still be a way for it to
Because
get
there's
crawled.
like good old content.
Yeah, and you know what? And if you're still, if it's good content, keep it, but update it every once in a while. Like if there's new numbers or something that, like,
Okay.
because Google likes fresh stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I would put it in the footer. If you're not like maintaining it, put it in the footer.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Nerding out, I love it. So basically, when you're writing a page, you want a great title, you want a great description, You want your H1s to describe what the page is about as well. And then you want your subheaders to also describe, like the little what's this specific paragraph